Good morning, and shut up. No, this is my morning before I go away, and I can't sleep. I assume it's nerves about travel, excitement, blah blah blah, whatever. So, considering it's like 4:30 in the morning, I thought I might as well do you a review. And it's going to be a review on. Give me a second. The two knockoff, even more knockoff, Tobot sets I got from SirToys. And my word. Now I've got my potentially less knockoff set as a control, because we've already reviewed these. We know how these are. These are, pretty solid. And we got ones to compare to. So, why isn't that going where it's supposed to go? Yeah. So, we've got the one that I had before, which is fine. We've got perhaps the next step down the rung in quality. And then the rungs kind of snap, and you slide all the way to the bottom of the ladder. But that being said, everything's got its own little ups and downs, perks and benefits. So we might as well first take a look at this one. So here we have the yellowy one with a pseudo G2 Decepticon symbol on the bonnet. Or hood, if you're American. And it's nice enough, all the lights and stuff kind of painted. Big space for the registration on the front. Sides are nice enough. Windows are all painted. Brake lights. Yeah, it's nice enough. Can't complain about that one. We'll put that one there. And we got this guy. Bumper and stuff. There's some of the lights, but not all. The front's nicely painted. Top looks quite nice. It's quite a nice little car. This one feels very like kid-friendly car. Possibly not as much as the next one. Which is this. This looks like something Postman Pat should be driving around in. Unfortunately, it's the wrong colour. Everyone knows Royal Mail vans are red. And my postie does actually look like Postman Pat. It's quite funny. And oh, he's such a jolly chap, softly spoken. Ew, isn't it nice? Anyway, but yeah, look at all the lights and the detail and stuff like that. This one's pretty nice indeed. I mean, the paint's chipped there ever so slightly, but it's really not a big deal because that's just dot a black marker, Sharpie, and you're laughing. But pretty nice, and I didn't mention it before, but these guys are pretty solid. I feel like I should have some hand sanitizer. No, I'm playing that up for the camera. They're not that bad. Get these guys. And instantly you go, do you remember the Galaxy shifters? Like possibly G2 Galaxy shifter. Keep that in mind. The quality's it's a lot cheaper of plastic, is what I'm trying to say. You get this guy, and the panels don't hold together as well, but if I remember, I'll explain that later. None of the details painted on top, apart from the window, which is chipped like you wouldn't believe. The paint's kind of flecked a little bit there. Do you see that? That's fun. No back windscreen. That's nice. It's there. It's just very much a cheaper product, and you can tell by miles. I mean, like, even the weight. Yeah, this one is heavier, but I don't know if it's heavier because you can just feel the plastic's more solid, and this feels like you've got a crumbled up crisp packet in your hand. I don't know. Might as well do this one because that's the one I did in order there. And this is... Ooh. I mean, just look at it. I don't mean to be rude to these guys, I really don't, but that's quite... Because, like, you can see it's that kind of plastic where it's all, like, misty and wavy, you know, it's all, like, all the different, like, flow of the plastic through it. In fact, there's actually a ridge there. See where that one is? There's a physical ridge, you can feel it. That's just cheap plastic. I don't mean to be nasty to them, because, you know, we'll get into everything, but there's definitely a quality thing, and it's, is there one on this side as well? Yes, there is. You can feel that ridge there. I can feel it with my finger. It's actually a dent. In fact, you can see it on the camera. There you go. Dropped him. Okay. And this guy, who doesn't look too bad. You know, I quite like the black and the gold. But again, you can just see how there's been no love in the making of these guys. That's kind of where I think the problem is. No one's cared. It's a product. They've made it as cheap as possible and thrown it out the door. And that wheel's wobbly as anything. Hang on. Screwdriver. Okay, now it won't turn, but frankly, I don't really care as long as it doesn't fall off. I could probably take it off like a turn or so, but whatever. I just don't want them falling off. The other ones aren't so bad, it's just this one. But again, there's no love to it. I think that's the main problem with all this. There's no love to this set. They're just, you know, minimum viable product. But I suppose we should get onto the main part of the video, which is these combine. Two separate sets, yeah, that combines and that combines. Although to a degree, you can cross over some of the parts, I think, but we'll get onto it. So we'll do this one first, and as per the original, what you got to do is pop off these side panels. It's got this piece that goes into the grippy part there, and this clip that goes onto that bit there. All pretty standard so far. We'll pop this side piece off. And now we've got this. So what we've got to do is get the windscreen part loose. There's these pegs here sticking out that go into those slots there. We've got that loose. Is that as far as it goes? Ah, there we go. Fold that back. Grab in here, grab this bit and fold it up. Big hinge at the front there. And now we've got to fold this grey piece back and get those two holes onto these two tabs. And that just sort of locks it so it doesn't fold back. And turn it upside down so it's this way. At this point we've got to sort of pull this through, which is always the most difficult bit. But there you go. And apart from these, this is the body. And this is one of the bits where there doesn't seem to be any particular instructions. But I like to try and fold this, you know, get this around here somewhere. And peg it back into that. Sort of that kind of thing. It's as good as anything. I can't really do much more with it because you can't just put it on. It doesn't go. So you've got to try and do something with it. So, big cool looking door wings. I say cool looking, but you know. And they're on. And it'll do. Suppose we should get him something to stand on, so we'll get this piece. And again, very much like the original, what you've got to do is, we'll do it this way. Fold down the bumper section, fold down the entire front half. Come on. There we go. Fold down the entire front half from there. I'm skimming this a bit because I have done this properly with the official, well, the slightly more official one that I did years ago, I think. Pull this out. And tab it into place, and if I can get this one now because it's in the way, pull it out and tab it into place and split. These are the two legs. And the two legs go by the same sort of grippy clip here onto the hips. So we shall stick that on there, and it's a bit loose, but that's fine. What I did with my original, because it was loose as well, was I got one side of these clips, prised it apart, and put a thin piece of cardboard down the back of it, which just made the grip squeeze tighter. But I have not done this for these because I wanted to leave it for the review. Okay, so there he should stand. Awesome. Then we'll do the arms. And it's very simple. We're going to fold these out, split them in half, and then taking the outside of the car at the front, we need to get this piece, and around here, you need to twist it back slightly, fold it down, and fold it around. And that's an arm. Basically, there's a... where is it now? There's a little tab in there, and that tabs into the inside of this piece here, into that slot no less. So you can't just, I'm going to fold it down, because you break that tab off. That's why you've got to untab it and bring it down and around. Okay? Same here, untab, bring it down and around. They're the arms. And the arms attach by these square connectors sliding to these sections. And that does come to probably my only real flaw with this set in general. Because these are all square connectors, none of it turns. But it's fine. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is that. And that looks quite good. Except for the excruciatingly derpy face. So, hello, I'm a children's TV puppet made for about £3 out of spares. That's hilarious, isn't it? But yeah, it works. It's solid. It's functional. Let's not complain. All right. And now you've seen that, we can get onto this. This is where most of the corners are cut. This one here. And you can kind of tell by the fact that it doesn't even hold together that well. I dare say I could do some trimming of parts and get it to go together better, but that wouldn't be a fair review to you guys. So what we're going to do first is we're going to try and get this panel to pop loose. But there's a big difference here, at least as far as I've found so far, because it really doesn't seem to want to. This panel doesn't actually pop off. It's just on a sort of weird hinge. I know it's strange. I'm trying to help here. So this literally pegs. There's a, where are we? Little peg there. There you go. That goes into a hole there. It literally pegs on, and then it doesn't come off. You just got to sort of rotate it back. Don't look at me. It doesn't want to come out, and considering how strong this plastic is, I don't want to pull it too hard. So it is what it is. At least it differentiates between them. So again, we need to get this one loose. There we go. And fold it back. Get the windscreen loose, fold that down, fold this down, and no tab, panel to tab in at the back there. Although, it holds. It does hold, but that extra lack of stability is just something that's in your head if you've had one of these before. And then, hammer, get the head out. And this is your body. I mean, functionally it's the same, but, you know, suppose you need something to stand on. So we're going to fold back the bumper section, get the whole toe bit out, try and get these to extend and into place. They do actually lock in, which I'm quite pleased with. Yeah, get that out and into place and pop them apart. Now this is where things go a little bit weird as well, because see that there? That hasn't got the weird grippy bit, has it? It's just a hole. And this has just got a ball. Yeah, there's sort of like a soft ball joint. Fine. Get that in there and get that in there. However, and I'm not sure why, I don't know if there's a cutaway inside the hips of these. Is there? A little bit. There is actually like a groove cut out on the inside of the hips on these. but because of how tight the sections on top of the hips, the top of the legs are, it kind of forces it inboard. They don't really like going out that well because they're literally rubbing on the top there. But it does mean you get in and out and twist and things like that because it's a ball joint. So, take the rough with the smooth. That's quite nice. Okay, got it standing. And we'll do the arms. The arms actually come away quite well. The arms haven't been ruined. Still significantly cheaper, but they still work just as well. Kinda. So we pop that loose, fold, rotate it out and down, and stick it in the slider. I'm not giving any thing to that. They're not tighten these wheels either. Yeah. Okay, doke. Alright. Rotate, twist down, blah 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 blah. Stick it on. Get on there. There we go. And there we have them in robot mode. And they look good. They look fine. I honestly don't know what to tell you. No. Significant quality drop, significant, but it still works. It still does everything you want it to do. I can't really complain too much. This guy still looks fine. He still works pretty well. He's still pretty solid. And then I got these guys. I might as well do these quickly if I can do them quickly. Pop the side panel off. So yeah, I'm going away in, I don't know, call it 5 o'clock now. 5 o'clock in the morning, I'm awake doing a review. Why am I doing that? I've got to leave here about 11ish to make sure I get 11ish? Half 11? Probably about half 11. My coach to go where I'm going is about 1:45. But I don't know where the stand is. The last time I got one of these coaches was about 15 years ago. So that's a bit nerve-wracking. So I'm going to try and get there early, find the coach, and depending on how much spare money I end up working out that I've got in my pocket, because I'm waiting for a couple of things to go through, when I've got that money in my pocket, I might have a sneaky look in the entertainer while I'm waiting for the coach. That'd be nice. But we'll see. There's no promises, no guarantees, no money back, no warranties. I'm going only fools and horses on you there. That's one for the British viewers only. Tell you what, before I mess around too much, I forgot to do it before, but size comparison, that's one of them. So each part is roughly a smallish deluxe. Because they're all about the same size, as you saw previously. Huzzah! But if we get this all sorted and folded and blah blah blah, and yeah, it's going to be a long day, I think. And I only found out last night that the convention we're going to, which is, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then I'll be coming home on the Monday, yet on the Friday it doesn't even open till 6 o'clock. So it's not, like 6 o'clock in the afternoon, evening, whatever you want to call it. And then it's basically just a couple of the guests milling around and stuff. So it's not really a convention, is it? It's just, oh look, by the way, some of the guests are here. What? But whatever, fine. So let's just put this one there. Now, stupid legs. That's me trying to flatten the feet out because they look weird. Because the the feet are kind of curled and they look derpy. So there they are. And Age of Extinction Bulby. No, that was my fault. Dear me. There we go. And I'm pretty sure, let's just do it for the sake of it. Go on out. Come on, guys. Right, that one just doesn't fit. It's slightly too fat, but, Let's try him. Right, so he'll take the cheapo nasty arm. Let's see if he'll take his own arm. No, this set is slightly too fat with the connection, so it won't go into this one either. See that there? Won't go in. So this set is the odd one out, believe it or not. the knockoff will fit in this connection with the original. Obviously, the hips won't work because this is a ball joint, not the proper grip. I think those hips might go on that one. I can't remember. Get in there. And you, come here. There we go. But yeah, 2 little sets of varying degrees of Tobot standards from SirToys. Why not? Okay, so it's 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm going away soon, and because I'm doing this in the cellar and I've already opened the door for the dog to go out, my feet are absolute blocks of ice. So I'm going to go away and try and defrost my toes. So I should be ugly, I should be wretched, and I shall see all of you Tuesday.